It's Victoria here, and I figured for my next vlog or video I would do a 25-week pregnancy update. I know I haven't really been consistent with my pregnancy updates, but I figured I would do one since I'm pretty much halfway, like over halfway through the whole pregnancy. I did have a video, a call meeting around 3, but they canceled at the last minute, so I figured I'd quickly do this video before I have to get the kids off the bus. But I realized that my calves are really swollen, and I didn't really think anything of it, and so I tried to like literally sit on my knees. Like, it just wasn't working. Like, my symptoms, I'm not really sleeping. It's like a combination of insomnia, which is causing me not to have like really much sleep. I can sleep, like I can be in bed for like 8 hours, but I'm only getting like 4 hours of sleep because I'm pretty much getting up every hour. I want to say like every 2 hours, and then I'm like literally wide awake for like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then I go back to sleep. So I'm not really like getting a whole lot of sleep. Sometimes like in the middle of the night, like around 3, 4 o'clock, if I'm not working, I'll get up and I can't go back to sleep until like 5. So it's starting to get nerve-wracking, especially since I work third shift, and being able to sleep during the day, it's not possible because I can't really sleep. PSD, I've mentioned that I had PSD before, and I still have it. It's causing me to waddle now, so, and I kind of walk like really slow. I'm not used to that, and I know I probably like drag on forever just to do anything and everything. It hurts so bad to walk. Sleeping in the bed, trying to roll over in the bed, putting on pants, putting on shoes, anything and everything hurts so bad. There's nothing I can do about it. It's just a hormone in our bodies that we create or produce while we're pregnant. It's called relaxin, and what it does is just softens up your muscles, your ligaments, and your bones to help you prepare for birth. Basically, nothing helps besides giving birth. So, and usually for me, after I had Journey, it lasted like another week or 2 after I had him, and then after that I was fine. I didn't have any other issues after him. I'm starting to get Braxton Hicks. I was at work one night and I seriously thought I was having contractions. I was just like, what the hell? But then it went away, it came back, it went away, it came back. So I'm assuming that it's Braxton Hicks because it'll be like a annoying pain in my back, my lower back. Familiar with when I am in labor is like the annoying dull pain in my back, plus my stomach was tightening real hard, and part of me kind of was worried because I know with 2 of my kids I had preterm labor. So, but all I did was like drink more water, and they pretty much was like non-existent. And it happens once in a while. I'll have my moments where I'm just like, I can't move. Like, I would literally be stuck in one position. It doesn't hurt. It's just like the tightening of the stomach that's bothering me. As for cravings and aversions, I really don't have cravings, but the aversions that I had before where I couldn't eat like spicy food or coconut or anything like that, that's pretty much gone. I can have spicy food. So like at work we have jalapenos, and I grill them up so they're not too spicy, and I eat them. And as for cravings, I want to say I'm craving for like real food. Like being in a hotel, our options are pretty much limited. I will leave a link in the description box for the blog post that I made for us for what we're eating while we're here. And I pretty much want a stove and some real food, like fresh ingredients, and make something. Exciting news, I finally picked a midwife. I know if you read my last blog post, I was having like some type of anxiety, or I was stressing myself out because I didn't have a midwife, but I finally picked one. I made my appointment. It's not until March 2nd, so that's like the earliest they can get me in there. I'm not completely upset because it is a midwife, but they also have OB/GYNs. So if in case something is an emergency and my midwife is not available, there's another midwife that will be available, or an OB/GYN, and they all work together collectively to make sure that my needs are met regardless. My birth plan is still up in the air. I'm not really sure what I want to do with my birth plan. I just know for sure that when I go in there, I'm just going to be like, no epidural, no payments, no nothing. Personally, don't want the baby in the nursery. I feel like for me, it's easier for me to keep the baby with me because when I leave the hospital, I'm not going to have no help. So I want to keep the baby with me while we're in there, and I want to breastfeed as well, preparing myself just in case if I would have to exclusively pump. So right now I'm just doing like a lot of research on what will work for me and what I can do to breastfeed, because my goal is to breastfeed at least for a year. Anything beyond that, I'm not stressing myself over, but like the goal is to go to at least a year with breastfeeding. With Akina, I think I only went to like, I know the kids, I didn't really make it that far. I think the longest I've went was 6 months with any of my other kids, and that was because of lack of resources, lack of understanding, lack of help, and it was just stressful on me because in those moments in time, and those times that I did have those kids, I was in a really stressful position, so it wasn't like any mental or emotional state to be trying to breastfeed anyways. If the baby is a boy, we are planning on circumcising the baby. Justice and Journey are both circumcised, and that was not my choice. I made that decision I leave that decision up to Leon. The decision's mutually agreed upon both of us. It's not something that I just be like, this is what I want, this is how it has to be, and that's it. No, it's not like that with us. Co-sleeping or sleeping arrangements, the place that we are looking at has 3 bedrooms. One will be for me and Leon, one will be for the girls, and one will be for the boys. They don't offer 4 bedrooms, so even though the baby will be pretty small, at first usually what I do is I like to have co-sleep for like the first 6 months, and then from 6 months to like 9 to 10 months, the baby will sleep in its own crib, and then from 10 months on, we usually transition. Once they're asleep through the night, we transition them to their own room. Usually around 4 to 6 months, Leon's just like, okay, both of y'all taking up the space. One of y'all gotta go. I don't know if I'm gonna go back to work or if I'm gonna stay home. Me personally, I'd rather not go back to work and just stay home with the baby. Realistically, it's not like we're rich and we can afford for me to stay home like we did when I was pregnant, when I had Justice and when I had Journey. Journey was just a matter of convenience because daycare was so expensive, and Leon was making way more money then, and since he's got a pay cut, it's not, I really don't want to go back to work. I'd rather stay home with the baby. I'd rather do my own thing. I'm not really into the whole working. Like, I'll show you what my belly looks like a little bit. It's from the side, from the front. My belly button's already popping out. And I already got that line, but it pretty much didn't go anywhere after I had the kids. And then from the other side, yeah, none of my pants fit anymore. And all these stretch marks from the other ones. But yeah, I believe I'm about 25, I'm 25 in 5 days. Thursdays, I usually switch over my new weeks. I'm gonna try and like get more consistent with doing my pregnancy updates. I probably won't do them weekly because, weekly, because I don't know how much I gained. I don't know like all the medical aspects of things, what's going on with me. Like, I know I have to do my glucose test. I know I need to get like my 6 months screening done, like the ultrasound screening. I know I probably need to get like an exam and everything, so I pretty much won't know much until I go to my appointment on the 2nd. I'll have more consistent pregnancy update videos once I go to my appointment so that I can get a better idea of what's going on. Right now I'm pretty much just going based off of what I'm feeling and my experiences and what I'm going through. Like this video if you want to see more of my pregnancy updates. Yeah, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.